You are looking live at the New Hampshire Speedway here. We are just about ready for a return to Grainger Truck Series action. This is the Quaker State 100 here at Loudon. And on pole, it's been the man who's been dominating the weekend so far, Peter Onjak, our near Season 1 champion, but came up just shy there. He's running here on a leech basis schedule, part-time. What do we make of this 14 truck?
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of speed out of that 14 truck all season and all weekend long, but got to point out some underdogs here. The 44 truck of Mike White starting 6th today. A just brilliant run for such a small team. And the 99 of Brantley Gage, he'll roll off 9th. So definitely a good showing for some small teams here who need some very good results to get out of the open lineup there.
Yeah, certainly. But the 44 team, I mean, this is not their first rodeo here in USARC. I mean, Whiteout Motorsports did run last season in the Grainger Truck Series, picked up a win at Irwindale with Evan Marici. So this team definitely knows how to get it done. Obviously, owner Mike White didn't run the truck last season, but clearly they still have the expertise to get this truck in the top 6. All right, I think that's all we have for pre-race. We'll bring you when we're ready for the starting command here and green flag action just a few moments away here in the Grainger Truck Series. We are back here at Loudon. The starting command is just a few seconds away now.
Drivers, start your engines!
As the engines roar to life, 42 trucks here on the grid at New Hampshire, and it's Peter Onjak from the pole, Derek Petty alongside in second. Who do we think are our picks to win? I mean, really outside of Peter Onjak, so I guess we'll say picks to do well.
I'm banking... Oh, you go first. Oh, I'm banking on a good race from that 44 truck of Mike White. They've really had a strong showing, and I think they could get it done really well here.
And right before we get the pace truck pulling off, I'm going to say outside pole sitter Derek Petty. He's put a really good lap for that 53 Hank Factory team entry, and I think he gets the job at least second, maybe the win. We'll see what happens. But we got plenty of laps up ahead of us. Green flag is out here. We are racing at New Hampshire, and it's a pretty even getaway out front. Off turn 2, he's got Onjak's maybe got half a second roughly over Petty and Gutierrez, as the two of them are going to start doing battle for second. Alexander Rowe in this battle as well in the 04th Revolution. Onjak leads lap 1. The gap is at 0.6 of a second. Field starting to fan out 2 wide behind this about top 4, 3 wide for the back between Agbafayev, Frey, and Browning. Ooh, man, how... And Agbafayev actually was able to roll some pretty good momentum there. He's going to clear as the field is going to file back down to 2 wide throughout most of the pack. There's contact in the back of the field. I think that was John Smith III and Virago Kidson, it looked like. But we've kept it together so far.
Derek Petty definitely doing a good job reeling in Peter Onjak.
Kind of
Looks like Onjak got the better corner there.
Yeah, it looked like Petty kind of missed the entry to turn 1 there. So that's going to cost the 53 some momentum. Alexander Rose hanging up here as well. So this is definitely not looking like the 14 truck we saw in practice and qualifying, as Gutierrez is going to run way wide, nearly in the wall. But Andrek's not been able to pull away from the field as much as I think we were all expecting from the runs we saw. So maybe he's got a good short run truck, but in the race it's not going to work out too well. As look at this between Fox, Aiden Smith, and Corbin Mitchell. More free wide action here at New Hampshire. Wonder if he wasn't too happy with that. As yeah, Petty and Rowe have kept this gap at about half a second. They're not letting Onjak run away with this one. Ooh. That's going to open the door for Petty, definitely. I mean, I think we're going to see as this run wears on, these trucks start to slide a lot more as the tires start to degrade. As Will Parrish is going to have a look there at Angel Gutierrez down into turn 3. He is he going to try to shape up a move here into turn 1? Got a caution. Ooh. Tegan Fox looks like that she's involved in this as well. The 15 team has had such a good season so far, as Patrick Raven nearly made it worse for the 15. It looks like that Andrek is going to be able to just about hang on. Alexander Rowe might have a shot here at second, but will not. So top 3 stays the same. It's Onjak, Petty, and Rowe across the line. And Tegan Fox has had such a good start to the season, as Brandon Haynes would damage as well for Dragon Racing. But Fox, who's had such a good start, looks like it might be starting to unravel a little bit for that 57-15 team. Ooh.
Oh, I heard something.
Yeah, it was Taylor. And maybe a bit of a sign of displeasure there, as we should not be seeing pit stops, so... Oh. We looking here at Tegan Fox, going to run up on Corbin Mitchell a bit faster than she expected. Contact and into the wall. Morgan and Haynes nowhere to go, and as Bedard and Ayers try to avoid, 76 sends the 52 into the back of the 8. And that is that. So Fox, a bit of damage. Morgan with some damage, but Ayers definitely worse off. Haynes as well with rear end damage. We are back here at Loudon. 2 retirements to talk about. William Ayers, too much damage on that 52 truck, and Clockman 1, who actually had a header expire. Very tough break for that team, as Yekaterina Suleimanova has also dropped to the rear of the field. She's addressing some engine gremlins with that truck as well. So not a good start to the day for the Blue Ovals on terms of reliability. But Morgan and Fox will continue on in this one with their damage. Haynes as well. The 4 and the 15 were the only 2 that pitted. But as we get ready for the pace truck to pull off, it'll be Onjak, Petty, Rowe, Parrish, and Gutierrez, the top 5 pace truck off. And green flag is back out here at Loudon.
Petty is jumping to the inside here.
Yep,
Oh,
Petty
he's
definitely had the
he's
better
there.
start. There might have been a bit of contact there between Onjack and Petty, and the 53 is going to try to muscle his way to the lead. Alexander Rowe in tow.
Oh, he's going to the bottom.
Oh, look at this. 3 wide.
Lead. Alexander Rowe, what a move.
Onjack's got the top to roll, and he's actually going to be able to clear, I think, both of them. So Rowe's move a bit ill-advised there, and Onjack clears back to the lead. He survives the restart.
And what an insane move by Alexander Rowe. If only that had actually worked out, we'd be talking about that one for weeks.
This has also brought Gutierrez and Parrish into the picture as well. I mean, Parrish had a little look at the 04 Rowe, couldn't make it happen. But Petty's going to have to regroup and try to get back at the 14 after losing his chance off the restart, as Davenport's got a gaggle of trucks riding behind him. Michael White, the leader among them, along with Caden Lemon and Brantley Gage. No dice so far, but he is right on the back of that 53 truck. One truck very close to the wall, might have scraped it. I think that was Tanner Browning, who was doing battle with Jeremy Frey and Grant Radval. But looks like the 51 truck has come off relatively clean from that. Ooh, and Petty's run wide off of 4, so that's not what the 53 needed if he wants to try to get toward Onjack, as I think that was Radval that might have scraped the wall off of 4, but no harm there. But truck's definitely starting to slip and slide a bit more here off of 4 specifically. Doesn't look good. Petty really fired it in there through turn 2. He's got good momentum on Jack. Is he going to try to shape up a move into 3? The answer is going to be no, but I think he might try to set up the 14 truck, maybe down toward turn 1. But I think Onjack's just got good enough of a run that he can stay ahead, and that he does. Ooh, we're thinking 3 wide. Wilkinson trying to get his nose in there on Frey. Akhmafeyev in that fight as well, but we're going to stay as it were, as Parrish sends it in on Rowe for 3rd, and I think Petty's going to have another run at the 14 for the lead. Rowe going to try to make that high line work, but I think it's not going to work out. So that should move Parrish into 3rd. I think Gutierrez was coming with him. As we look through this field, a lot of tight racing happening so far throughout this field. It was kind of as we predicted. These trucks are pretty draggy, and that allows for some pretty tight racing, even at some more non-traditional ovals for like this kind of pack racing, almost, so to speak. As Rowe back down the inside of Parrish, he wants his 3rd place back. And he has. He's closed up big time, as a lot of Fords here toward the tail end of this top 10. Likes of White, Davenport, Lemon, Gage, all blue ovals. As I mentioned, it was a bit of a rough mechanical start, with one being out and Suleimanova well off the pace. So I think all of the Fords in this field are hoping that there that they can make it to the end of these 51 laps with no issues, especially for some of these small teams up here who are looking for some good runs, as Petty continuing to just be in the mirrors of the 14, but still hasn't been able to find a move. The thing that might change is I think, yeah, Suleimanova, with her engine troubles, is being caught pretty quickly. So I think we'll see them have to navigate that truck, and maybe the Blue Wolf will try to orchestrate something here to try to get their truck to the front of the field instead of Onjak, as Rowe now having to hold off from Gutierrez. I think Parrish starting to pull away. Not necessarily. So we'll see what happens as Tanner Browning in the wall. That's not good for the 51 team. But,
there's a car in the wall back there.
John Smith III, Brandon Haynes, and Gretchen Hasselhoff involved as well. Seth Morgan is going to send the 67 over. And the caution is out. Oh, these trucks are going to be approaching the scene of the accident here shortly. Oh, there's Seth Morgan.
Oh no, he's Onjak! And Onjak is destroyed.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He is the leader under caution, but that truck is going down pit road and behind the wall. It's day done for Peter Onjak, and while this race isn't for points, that's certainly going to be a knock for him. He had to have known that he had the best truck out here by a mile, and there'll be nothing to show for it. That's
definitely a spotter miscommunication there.
Yeah, definitely. That is a huge shame. Derek Petty will assume the race lead, and I think we're going to want some replays to see what has happened to lead to this. Peter Onjak out of the running here at Loudon.
We see the 14 of Peter Onjak here. He's rounding the corner, heading towards the scene of the accident here. He's just minding his own business here, and the 4 is not really moving, and then he just gets it going there. So Onjak's like, oh, I'm gonna swerve to miss it. And he's like, oh, I think I'm gonna go here, and then the 4 just comes down and nowhere for Onjak to go. Derek Petty almost gets a piece, but luck seemed to be in his favor today, and just really unfortunate for Peter Onjak. A day ended early in a fast truck. Done.
On board with Onjak, he certainly has to know from the spot that this wreck has happened. Kind of sees Morgan jinx to the inside for a second. Kind of, I think, overdrove and kind of corrected the truck back the other way. Morgan got going at the wrong time, and just nothing he could have done about that. We are back here at New Hampshire, and surprise, surprise, Marici, Hasselhoff, Haynes, and Smith are out of the race. Same with Morgan, but look at that, Peter Onjak. The 14 truck is somehow still running. at least get a few more laps out of it. Who knows? Maybe he can still win this one. Derek Petty, though, he's going to have to control this field off the restart. Green flag back out here. Lap 30 of 51. It's Petty, Parrish, Rowe, Gutierrez, and Mike White, the top 5 as we head into turn 1. Parrish definitely will have a run. The 5, Nevaki Racing. They have not won since the inaugural GTS event at Daytona with Zachary DeLello. What would it mean for them to pick up this win for Will Parrish, which would be his first in his USARC career as well? Run a bit wide, but Petty has as well. I wonder if he's going to try to cross him over here off of 2. It doesn't quite seem to have the run underneath him. Ooh, Corbin Mitchell. But I think that means he'll still be able to make minimum speed if he's at that point, which means he'll be able to keep running. So hats off to that 14 team for pulling off quite possibly one of the best repair jobs we've seen in USARC. So to even get that 14 back running, that was billowing smoke. That is quite impressive, as Rowe now going to attack Will Parrish for the second spot. Really back up the corner. I think Parrish got kind of thrown off. He completely missed turn 4. That's going to open the door for Alexander Rowe. As quietly behind, look at that, the 69 is getting in here as well, roughing up the 97 with Davenport a little bit. Lemon is on a charge. So will Alexander Rowe. Caution is out. Oh, it is Justin Henley. That truck looks to be probably going no further. Skylar Taylor in it as well. So we are back under yellow here on New Hampshire. Soaring Siegel and Ford hitting more difficulties. And Skylar Taylor looks to be involved as well. We are back here at Loudon. Justin Henley is out of the race. Skylar Taylor, the points leader, continues on, but in general, it is not looking like a good day for your points contenders. Really, the only one up here in the top 20 is Alexander Rowe in that 04 truck. So I think it'll be definitely paramount for that team that they just bring home a good points day. Don't do anything too stupid. Racing the likes here of Petty and Parrish, who really could use this win to try to get their seasons on the right foot. Parrish wants that lead. He's going to dive into the inside. Petty's driven up the track completely. There's going to be contact. Petty and Parrish beat. And Parrish is going to come out the other side. The race leader, Alexander Rowe's, now going to try to jump into this fight. He's going to have to get through a few more trucks if he wants that race lead, as we're back under yellow. The frantic restart has led to another caution. I'm assuming it's probably Lopez and Martins, because they were not back there at the start of the restart. I mean, we've had cautions, but the racing has definitely been... It's been fast and it's been furious. And they haven't quite been able to keep it clean, but Will Parrish, I mean, he knows what's on the line. He sent it in, and he picked up that lead through quite the aggressive means. But we'll see what happened to get yet another caution here, lap 39 of 51. Well, we are back here at New Hampshire. Will Parrish here is going to be your race leader. No one out, no one out from this race, but it means that 3 of the 4 Soaring Seagulls trucks in this field have hit some sort of incident. Wyatt Wilkinson, the lone of those trucks with a clean entry so far, as we're going to see the green with exactly 10 laps to go. Will Parrish, Derek Petty, they already saw fireworks off the last restart. Will we see it again? And if we do, Alexander Rowe, Angel Gutierrez, and Caden Lemon are right there to benefit if it happens. Green flag with 10 to go here at New Hampshire, and sure enough, here comes Derek Petty.
And Petty's wasting no time. And here comes Rowe. He's had
it's a near identical move. They're going to make contact again. They're going to keep it clean again, and Petty back to the lead. So Petty does exactly what Parrish did to him off the last restart. I mean, Rowe is in an absolute hornet's nest because basically no one up here cares about the points. They're all running just to pick up that win. So he's going to have to be careful actually to not be trampled by someone else, as Petty is looking to try to hold on to this lead. Mitchell's come down and back out off of pit road. He could be a factor here in the 84 truck. Oh, there's been a... Or not? Okay, I heard crashing noises. No, I think I'm overreacting. Okay. Scratch that. I think they definitely will catch the 84 before this race is said and done. Is Davenport and White doing battle? This is just outside the top 5. This is going to be a really good run, as Austin Scott sent it in on Brantley Gage, really used up the 99 truck, and now he's completely lost momentum. Radfall's going to send him 3 wide. So I think tires are definitely wearing out here, and we might see a caution or 2 before this race is all said and done, as Anderson also really leading on the 58 of Herman. Look at this, 3x3 into turn 3. And somehow they kept that clean. And I think Herman's just back out of that, but Browning now makes contact.
Oh, Herman up in the Gage!
Brantley Gage is getting used up by everyone, but no one has wrecked this. We're going to go 3 wide maybe again. Although Raven, I think, thought better of that move on Smith. Who is White and Bafiev? That's going to be contact.
Oh,
for them, they're wrecking.
Around
goes like Bafiev. And he's going to keep it up against the wall. I think that's the good move. Tegan Fox. Lemon's going to make a move here. Or not. Actually, Gutierrez is going to run the high line. Petty also running the high line. Nearly actually fenced himself. But he's going to lead back to the line. And so we're going to re-rack him. And it's going to be Parrish versus Petty at a fever pitch, because we're only going to have a few laps to go when we get this restart.
So here we see Evgeny Akhmafayev battling with Mike White. He gets up there, and he just starts to lean on him a little, and then there's the wall, and he just puts him straight in the wall, no questions asked, and throws away a perfectly good top 10 run, but he's going to give his teammate another shot at going for the victory here.
We are back here at New Hampshire, ready for the restart. We're going to see it with 2 laps to go. Petty and Parrish have already locked horns. Will they do it again? We are going to be 1 truck shorter, not Akhmafayev, but Lucchini Rashad, who lost an engine under the yellow. So his day is done. What kind of moves are we going to see here? This is going to be last chance no matter what. There's going to be no more reruns. Just a straight fight to the finish. Petty versus Parrish. Once again, Rowe, Gutierrez, and Lemon waiting in the wings. Green flag, back out. Is Parrish going to step out? Did he get a good enough restart? I think Petty got the jump. Petty did get
Parrish
the jump. Rowe's
gets a terrible restart.
It's Rowe making the move into turn 1 on Parrish. That might cement the race win for Derek Petty unless Rowe can get up to him. Rowe looks like clear. Parrish is going to try to send it in on the high line. I think he's actually going to make it work, potentially. There's white flag in the air for Derek Petty. He is gone. Rowe and Parrish, the 5 really wide, and Rowe's going to clear to second. But off turn 2, Derek Petty in the 53 as Parrish crosses over for second. But Petty in the 53 is going to come through 3 and 4. Hank Factory Team, I believe, is going to get their first win here in USARC as Rowe and Parrish are leaning on each other, coming to the line. Petty wins it. Parrish picks up second. Man, if only that was the race for the win. Yes. Wait, no. No, he won at Kentucky, I believe, season 1. So it's his second win. But first with the Hank Factory team, and I believe it's the team's first win in USARC, so congratulations to them. They've been a staple now for a bit, and it's been a long time coming for that organization. As looking at the rest of the trucks coming back in, we'll run through your full finishing results now. It is Derek Petty scoring the victory here. Will Parrish with a very hard-fought second-place finish. Alexander Rowe, a huge points day. He'll come home third. Caden Lemon sneaks in a top 5 finish, and Angel Gutierrez ends up in 5th. Graham Radwell, a huge run to pick up 6th place. That'll be good for his owner's point situation. In 7th, Charlie Davenport. 8th, Jeremy Frey. Then Tanner Browning and Hallie Anderson Jr. for Foster Racing round out that top 10. Then Austin Scott comes home 11th for 57.15. Aiden Smith in 12th. Mike White recovers to 13th after his late race incident. 14th, Patrick Raven. Brantley Gage, 15th. Lexi Herman. Roberto Crown Jr., Tucker Ruddisill, Wyatt Wilkinson, and the 12 of Nathan Meyer round your top 20. As we're going to take a look here at the rest of the results. Bedard in 21st. Kitson, 22nd. Aradada, 23rd. Then Mika Papega, Cameron Lopez, Chris Martins, Paul Pren Jr., Skylar Taylor, Yevgeny Akhmafayev, and Yekaterina Suleimanova rounds 30th after her engine troubles throughout the entire race. Peter Onjak comes home with a lead lap finish in 31st after a wreck that I think all of us thought put him out of the race. Corbin Mitchell ends up 32nd, Tegan Fox 33rd, both trucks 1 lap down. Then our extensive DNF list: Lucchini Rashad, Justin Henley, Evan Marici, Gretchen Hasselhoff, Brendan Haynes, John Smith III, Steph Morgan, William Ayers, and Clockman 1 all failed to see the flag. So that was quite the race here from New Hampshire. What are our final thoughts for that one?
And it was just such an action-packed race. All the drivers just weren't afraid to throw it in there. We saw 3-wide action. We saw guys leaning on each other for the lead and for just any position. It was a real fight and just a real pleasure to watch this race.
Absolutely. Once again, the Grainger Truck Series putting in some good action, especially as we get later in the season. Obviously, casting mind back to season 1, we ended up having on Jack and Crown even on points into Homestead. So this race will definitely shake up the championship order, and we'll have to take a look at what it looks like afterward. But certainly, Alexander Rowe making a statement result with Revolution Racing, they're going to be right up there in the mix here as we head toward the end of the season. All right. Well, thank you all for watching, and we'll sign off for the night. That's been the Grainger Truck Series here from our inaugural event at Loudon, and quite a race. And congratulations once again to Derek Petty and the Hank Factory team for securing the victory.